you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Bills and the Eagles, and it comes your way next.
It has been a season of ups and downs, twists and turns. It all comes to a conclusion here tonight as we welcome you on this February night to the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. This is Super Bowl 59. Tonight, we've got a good one on tap. It's the AFC champion Buffalo Bills and the champions of the NFC, the Philadelphia Eagles. One game tonight, available in 195 different countries. Wherever you are, thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico. A champion set to be crowned tonight. It's Super Bowl 59. And off we go to a flash of lights here in New Orleans. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Buffalo offense set to go to work for the first time. They'll be led by the big fella, 6'5" quarterback Josh Allen.
As much as you try to tell yourself, Mike, that this is just another game, the reality is it just isn't. It doesn't matter if it's your first Super Bowl or your 10th. This is the game you've dreamt about playing in from the first time you put on pads all the way back in Pop Warner. You're bound to get emotional in some capacity, but you have to get that out of the way and get ready to do everything in your power to turn those childhood dreams of hosting the Lombardi into a reality. As long as this guy does his part, you're going to have a fighting chance to come out on top.
They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down. In motion, Shakir. On third down, it's Josh Allen. And that is incomplete.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball and on defense take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time, and leading them out, their quarterback. It's Jalen Hurts.
He admitted to us the other day, Mike, that he's started to feel a little anxious as game day approached, and I think that's normal. Winning the NFC, that's one thing. But this is the type of stage that can take your legacy to a whole nother level if you're able to come out on top. But in order to make that happen, he's going to have to put those nerves behind him as soon as possible. The last thing you want to do is put yourself in an early hole because you just couldn't settle down. If he's able to remain calm, play his game, his team's going to have a great chance to end this night as world champs.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Bills offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Allen. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Out of the gun, here's Allen. He gets this complete to Shakir. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. A big play here in the big game. And even 30 yards.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. Once again, it's Cook. And he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7. It'll bring up third down. We'll try and run here with Cook. And he's going to take this all the way home. James Cook, touchdown Buffalo. That opens the scoring here in Super Bowl 59.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Following the touchdown, pass is back to kick it off. This taken at the 5. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. On first down, it's Hurts. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. A short throw taken in by Goddard.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end.
Zone infraction, defense. Still third down.
The penalty yardage certainly helps. Now it's third down, and they need 5. Hurts to throw. Trying to set up the screen, but it is not there. He just had to spike it. It's incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Braden Mann now. He's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Dalton Kincaid there. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He gets this to the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Allen on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. Here's Jake Camarda now, as he's on to punt for the second time. Fair catch made here. The drive will start at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to get back at it. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. So here is the former Giant. It's Saquon Barkley. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Second down throw for Hurts. He finds Jahan Dotson. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. Here's Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need.
He works free, right side. And he will go all the way. Devontae Smith, touchdown, Eagles. Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Eagles will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece. And the kick's away. To return, here's Daquan Hardy. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Bills offense ready to get back to work. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. And a good run there to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Allen will throw. That is intercepted by the first-round pick from April. It's Quinyon Mitchell. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
And these are the types of plays they envisioned when they invested a first-round pick on this defensive back just a few months ago. I mean, he's entered the league, Mike, with a reputation for having almost offensive wide receiver-type ball skills. And those ball skills were certainly on full display that time.
Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. We'll have a short field ahead as they look to break our tie. It is 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He'll tuck it and take off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
They'll run it here with Saquon. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere. 3rd and 9. A pistol snap back to Hurts. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn it to a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
On 4th down, it's Jake Elliott time for the Eagles. His kick is good. And the Eagles will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
The Bills offense ready to come back out for this next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down. To throw is Allen. A short throw caught by Kincaid. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Allen.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced. And at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
Fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense headed back to take over once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Open man, Devontae Smith. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. So after 1 here in Super Bowl 59, it's the Eagles with the early advantage. More from New Orleans after this. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. To throw, Hurts. That's a short one, caught by Goddard. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the 1st down. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. And they'll throw here with Hurts. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's going to have an Eagles 1st down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard. Dotson, the man in motion. Finding room at midfield. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Markham at the 48-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Hurts now. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down. Hurts. Loose inside the 30. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. I'll run up the middle with Barkley. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. First and goal at the Now Hurts. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Jahan Dotson. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw. That's taken in by Shakir. And they'll get about half what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Allen. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. Allen going to give it to Cook. And he'll get forward for a couple. The rookie, Quinyon Mitchell, up to make the play defensively. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. On the carry, it's Cook. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. Josh Allen on the bootleg. He'll try to run for it. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down. They convert on 3rd and 3 with a gain of 7 yards.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
2nd and 7. A run up the middle with Cook. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. They'll motion over Samuel. On 3rd down, it's Allen. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
The Eagles offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with 1st down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. Running from the pistol with Barkley. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. He'll get this over the middle to Smith. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down. Here comes fourth down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Bills offense ready to take over possession of the football. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Cook. Not much there, maybe a yard. Two minutes to go here till halftime. Back to New Orleans and Super Bowl 59 after this. Here's 2nd and 9. That's Palmer, the man in motion. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. On 3rd down, they go with Cook. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here. Here's their punter now, as he's on to punt for Buffalo. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. So now this team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Hurts working in the pistol. This one complete to Bryant.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. That is not going to work at all. They'll manage to only get back to the line of scrimmage. Very short of the first down. 4th down coming up. This fielded inside the 35. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
It's a gain of 19 in the air. Good for a Bills first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
2nd down and 3. Throwing again, it's Allen. That's to the left side where he's got Kincaid. He is in. Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Bills.
We're we're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. If you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. This team's offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Hurts. Off-balance throw. It's complete. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. 2nd and a yard. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Over the middle to his tight end, Goddard. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Now Hurts. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. So we have reached halftime of Super Bowl 59 here in New Orleans. And for the final time this year, we send it to Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. And what a season this has been, and it is nearing a conclusion. You guys enjoy the show out there. We'll get it back out to you, too, in just a moment. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same
2
after
quarters
the break.
left in the NFL season as we decide a champion. Back underway here at the Super Bowl. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. From the 25, they'll go to work, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here, they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end.
And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
Now whistles here, and a penalty. It makes somebody move early up front. They run out of the gun with Barkley. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Now it's Hurts. And this ball incomplete on third down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. First and 10 now from the 36. In motion, Shakir. He's trying to get around the corner, but he can't. He's going to be run down behind the line. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Throwing is Allen. That's brought in by the tight end, Knox. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. From the gun, Josh Allen. He gets this complete to Shakir. His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
He'll get this across midfield to about the 49. Nakobe Dean in on the tackle. Second down and 8. Allen to throw. He's got the connection there. It's Joshua Palmer. They go 5 receivers for third down and 4. Now it's Allen. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. But sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient. But at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Hurts will work here from the pistol. He's going to keep it himself. Big run here. He's tackled beyond the 35-yard line.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for first and 10. Here's a handoff to Barkley. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. To throw, Hurts. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it's going to bring up a third down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That one caught by Smith. 6 catches for him in the ballgame now, and this one's good for a first down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. To throw is Hurts. He's going to tuck it and go.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
On fourth down, here comes Jake Elliott for the Philadelphia field goal. Spotted at the 45, this is a 55-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay a 3-point game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. That's taken in. Keon Coleman. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Allen will throw. A short throw caught by Kincaid. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch,
it is brought in the end zone. Khalil Shakir. Touchdown, Buffalo.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Following the touchdown, pass is back to kick it off. On the return, here is Ainias Smith. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Devontae Smith and the rest of the Philly offense heading back onto the field. Trailed by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That'll be taken in by Barkley. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. He was looking for his tight end Dallas Goedert that time. 3rd down coming up. A pistol snap back to Hurts. Along the sideline, a nice catch. The feet in. It's a short gain, but it'll move the chains. A 1st down.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, You better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. One quarter remains here in Super Bowl 59. EA Sports back for the fourth from SoFi after this. Second and 11. Man in motion is Brown. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. Going to lose a yard as he steps out of bounds. They need one right now. Third and long. And that is incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And it's going to be fourth down. So now, Jake Elliott, an important kick coming up. This to get back within a field goal. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they inch a bit closer here in this fourth quarter.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. First and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Out of the gun, here's Allen. Taking off. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
This is the point in the game, Mike. We're on third down. You have to get off the field, and they do a great job. They defend everything in the pass routes, nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, but they don't keep him in the pocket. They let him escape, picks up the first down with his legs. They're going to be able to run more time off the clock.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Now Allen. He'll find his running back, Cook. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. Oh, there's movement up front. That's going to make this third down a lot tougher. So after the 5 yards walked off, it is third down and 8. Here's Allen. He keeps it himself.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself. But they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
The Bills bringing on the punt team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And this is going to work out for them. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's complete. Tight end got it. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Now Hurts taking a shot downfield for Smith. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
Big-time play there as they try to cut into this fourth-quarter deficit. At this point in the game, Mike, remember, you're just going to get a couple more possessions, so you have to make the most of them, especially with the lead being this close for the taking.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Hurts will try it again. Off he goes. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. A 2nd down throw for Hurts. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up 1st and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do, because we know we need to finish this off with 6 if we can.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play. And that's exactly what they did. This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
So now, Jake Elliott, an important kick coming up. This to grab a late lead. This kick is good. They move out front and take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here is 1st and 10. The tight end Kincaid in motion. They'll drop to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. Here's 2nd down. Cook. Strong running there. Inside the 30. On the move with a gain of 9. On 3rd and 1, it's Allen. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. So now it's Tyler Bass on in a big spot. This to grab a late lead. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead in the final minute of this game.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now it's Hurts. The open receiver is Dotson. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Hurts. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He's got this one complete to Goddard. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. To the air again, Hurts. Now he takes off. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in this one. Now Hurts going to call his own number. The defense not biting. They stay at home, stop the quarterback. No gain on the play. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts, and they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining on the clock. Another try, 2nd and 10. To throw, Hurts. This one is caught by Dotson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Here we go. One final play. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. And the Bills have done it. They are your Super Bowl champions. So, this franchise that has been through plenty, and I mean plenty of ups and downs in their history, this is the year it all finally comes together. And now, Greg, they and their fans get to celebrate a first ever Super Bowl title.
And you think about how much this franchise has been through, the close calls, the ups and downs, Mike. And I think for a lot of their fans, it was starting to creep into, would this day ever come? Well, I'll tell you what, for those that have stuck with them through all these years, today, they find themselves Super Bowl champs.